Can you tell me a little bit about, so there's always this misconception that Tupac passed, Suge went to jail, and then Snoop immediately left. But in reality, Snoop stayed around until 1998, the beginning of 1998, when he left, or was sold off from Death Row to No Limit. So can you talk to me a little bit about interacting, dealing with Snoop, and what Snoop was like to work with after Suge had went away, and what ultimately, in your mind, made him decide that he wanted to go elsewhere?
Okay. So now Snoop's accounting is this accounting firm on Olympic. It was a black guy. It wasn't no longer Gil fan. Because like I said, Suge was making everybody break away and get their own management. I went to Hawaii with Snoop. And he had some guy that was calling themselves the management time when just me, Snoop, and Shantae went. That was there. So Snoop was always branching off with different managements or attorneys and stuff like that. But let me say this about Snoop. I talk bad about Snoop and all of that. That's just because of him trying to rewrite history. But Snoop is not a bad dude at all. He's always mal-mannered. He's a liar, but he's mal-mannered. He's always calm and composure. He's a lightweight comedian. He's funny as hell, really. But not confrontational or anything. People don't know we did two video shoots during that time period while Suge was gone. We did the one with for the soundtrack with him walking in the elevator and all of that. I remember where he was just walking. There was a song with him, Wanted Dead of a Lie. He did that video. He did Midnight Love video, the one with Raphael Sadiq and all of that. We did an EP after that. I don't know if it ever came out or not. It didn't come out, but we did a EP with Midnight Love. What was the name of that song? It was Midnight Love, right? It was supposed to came out. We did a video for that particular song. So Snoop was still around. Snoop wanted to run the company. I'll be honest. He felt that he should have been left in charge at the time, and somehow he should have been. Suge had visions for Daz mainly to be, because Suge believed in producers. He wasn't that big on artists, I'll be honest. He thought they'd come and go. He believed in the production and producers. And so that's why he gave Daz a lot of ring that he got towards the end, was because Daz was a hell of a producer back then. The Dogfather, in our opinion, was whack as hell. We let him go off and do that with him and DJ Pooh at a separate studio. It wasn't even done at Can-Am. It was done at DJ's Pooh recording studio. And we wasn't happy with that album at all. That's why he was trying to come back with that EP quick with the Midnight Love and all of that. So we had all of those things that was going on. So you say that to say, well, he didn't want to do nothing for you. We had a 5 or 6 song EP. We could have took one of those songs off and threw it on Gang Related or Gridlock. We just didn't want that because, in our opinions, we didn't like where Snoop head frame was at that time. His music wasn't there. He wasn't writing there. He just wasn't there, in our opinion. And that was mainly because his pens was gone. You didn't have Corrupt around helping him out writing songs and all of that. He had different people around him. Trey D and them, they all wasn't around him like that then. So that's why, in our opinion, that's probably why none of those songs was on Gridlock or Gang Related. But Snoop would have been down. He was still getting his monthly, his $50,000 a month. He still had my security on him. And so, he was still being taken care of. It wasn't until towards the end, he went and got on a song with Master P. And I think they gave him like $100,000 for a song or something like that. And I know they gave us $100,000. I don't know what they gave him. That he got on a song with them, and we was like, wait a minute, nigga, you going to get on these songs and you can't be doing that? But you don't deal with artists about that. We went at Priority and Master P. They cut us a check right quick for it. We told them what we thought was a crazy amount for a song. Well, you remember when Tupac said that was the best song he got for $75,000 when Suge gave him $75,000. So we told him $100,000, and they cut that check and handed it over to the office the next day. because I'm just trying to say, what numbers y'all equate to now and was back then. The numbers just don't aren't the same. But it was little stuff like that. And then Snoop was being a little disgruntled. He wasn't saying anything because his monthly would have got cut off. But there were deals in the place. Def Jam, people don't know. Leo Cohen came up there. Suge told him he wanted $13 million for Snoop at the time. Leo Cohen came back and offered him $8 million. He almost went for that deal, but Brian Turner came up the next day and, said, I can only come up with my half because Jimmy backed out. Jimmy was like, I don't want to be in the Snoop business. I don't want to deal with him. I'm done. I'm good, because he had No Doubt and Gwen and all of them. They were all doing Beck and, 9 Inch Nails. They were always winning for him then. And so, Eve was doing her thing and, Dre was, bubbling a little bit. I don't know if the Rough Riders was quite over there yet. But so he was like, I don't want to be involved. And so that's when Brian came and said, I can only come up with the $4.5 million, when Suge, told him how much to come up with and who to build it to. I always remember, I laughed when he said, build it to that country motherfucker. He didn't even know Pete's name back then. He was like, that country motherfucker you got over there. Build it to him, let him go be with him. And I remember him telling him, man, just give me an override on the album. I think he ended up working out 7% and $4.5 million. And you can have him, Brian. I like you. And then at that time, we didn't have a deal. That's why, Dre said niggas with no deals, no cheese, the diss that he threw. But my point is, that's mad because I can finally feel my family. That was towards us. But that's when we didn't have a deal because Universal dropped us. That was one of the things that they put in that deal, that $1.5 million deal, that they won't be in business with us, and can't be in business with us if Suge got in any trouble or anything. And so we had to drop that. We had to get away, And so that's when Brian came up and gave him gave him a little advance. We took our catalog from Universal Interscope to Priority Capital with what songs, Mr. Groupie, with Machiavelli and All Eyes on Me, took them and they started being distributed by Priority and Capital. Took the catalog and we was getting, an advance of $350,000 a month. So we went from $1.5 million to $350,000, but now we don't have, Pac, paying him advance, and we don't have to be advancing Snoop, Dre, David Kenner. There was a lot of people getting cut. And yeah, cars did start, from certain people, did start getting taken away because Suge was, I call him the grump of Christmas. Shit, I'm in jail, I'm in prison, I'm just taking care of myself. I ain't taking care of, niggas riding around looking good and all of that. So he did do a little bit of that, but it wasn't to Snoop, it wasn't to no major artists or anything like that. It was to some of the homies, Buntry, Trey, a whole bunch of people lost their cars and stuff during that time, and was disgruntled, and so that did happen. But that was mainly because the leases were up, or nobody was really wanting to f with Death Row at the time. You go from losing $1.5 million a month to $350 a month. Some things got to get